John Starks made a comment not too long ago on a podcast where he literally said that Michael Jordan actually made people better, his teammates better. LeBron James never did. LeBron James is literally just a mercenary joining a stacked squad after a stacked squad.
Former New York Knicks standout John Starks has sparked major debate by challenging one of the most talked about narratives in modern basketball. He argued that the popular belief that LeBron James consistently elevates every teammate doesn't tell the full story. Instead, Starks suggested that Michael Jordan developed winning teams from within, while LeBron often chose to join already talented rosters when facing difficult situations. Whether fans agree or disagree, his comments have reignited the long-running GOAT conversation. What do you think? Did Jordan help turn his teammates into champions, or has LeBron's approach been just as effective? Share your opinion in the comments below.
His whole statement and comment is about comparing Michael Jordan and LeBron James in a way where a lot of people, LeBron James fans and stuff, media, are trying to say that LeBron James always makes these players better. Whoever he plays with, he makes them better. If you look at all the numbers of the players that ever joined him, 90% of those players, their numbers dip in every facet of the game. Points per game dip, rebounds dip, assists dip, steals, everything. Everything dips.
For more than 2 decades, sports media has promoted the idea that LeBron James is the ultimate teammate who naturally makes everyone around him better. That's the story fans have heard on television for years. Because LeBron is known as a pass-first player, many analysts claim his presence automatically improves every player sharing the floor with him. But does the evidence really support that belief? Some critics argue the numbers tell a different story. They point to statistics showing that many star players who teamed up with LeBron experienced declines in key categories such as points, rebounds, assists, and shot attempts. From that perspective, they believe teammates often sacrifice their own roles and production while LeBron remains the center of the offense. Former New York Knicks guard John Starks recently weighed in on the debate, and he didn't soften his opinion. Having battled against Michael Jordan during the intense playoff battles of the 1990s, Starks believes he witnessed Jordan's leadership at its highest level. According to comments highlighted by Basketball Network, Starks argued that the biggest difference between Jordan and LeBron is how they built championship teams. In his view, Jordan developed the players around him instead of searching for already established stars. He stayed with the Chicago Bulls, trusted the organization's young core, demanded excellence in practice, and helped those players grow into championship-level contributors. Starks specifically mentioned teammates like Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and B.J. Armstrong, saying Jordan played a major role in their development. He contrasted that with LeBron's career, pointing to his partnerships with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, his return to Cleveland alongside Kyrie Irving, and his move to the Lakers, where Anthony Davis later joined him. Ultimately, Starks argued that Jordan built a championship foundation around homegrown talent before adding complementary pieces, while LeBron achieved success by teaming up with established stars. His comments have reignited one of basketball's longest-running debates, with fans on both sides continuing to passionately defend their favorite all-time great.
So, and when you look at Michael Jordan, for example, you have Horace Grant as one example, coming into the NBA in 87-88, joining Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan builds Horace Grant into what he was before he joined Orlando. Horace Grant came in averaging 7.7 points. Playing with Michael Jordan, he develops into this guy that ends up having, 14 points a game averages, 15 points a game averages, defensive second team, defensive player of the year, 10th in voting, playoff averages for Horace Grant, 13, 11, 10 points a game. He had like 8, 9 rebounds a game and stuff like that. That's one. So Horace Grant improved the most under playing with Michael Jordan. When he went and left Chicago and stopped playing with Michael Jordan, all his stats just kept declining, and that was it. And don't say that he got old, because he left Chicago at 28 years old.
Let's take a closer look at the numbers often cited in support of John Starks' argument. One of the most common examples is Horace Grant and the way his career developed alongside Michael Jordan. Grant entered the NBA during the 1987-88 season as a young forward from Clemson who was still adjusting to the professional game. In his rookie year with the Chicago Bulls, he averaged 7.7 points and 5.5 rebounds per game, showing potential but still having plenty of room to grow. Over the following seasons, Grant steadily improved. By the Bulls' first championship run, he had become one of the team's most reliable two-way players, averaging 14.2 points, 10.0 rebounds, and 1.2 blocks per game while shooting better than 54% from the field. His progress earned him an NBA All-Star selection, a spot on the NBA All-Defensive Second Team, and recognition in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. Grant also played a major role during Chicago's playoff success, producing strong postseason numbers and becoming a key contributor on multiple championship teams. Supporters of Jordan's leadership point to this transformation as evidence that he helped develop young teammates into high-level players. When Grant left Chicago for the Orlando Magic in 1994 at 28 years old, many expected his production to climb even higher. Instead, his scoring numbers gradually declined over the following seasons. Because he was still in his athletic prime at the time, some fans argue this supports the idea that his best basketball was played while developing within Jordan's system. Another player frequently mentioned in this discussion is Scottie Pippen, whose rise from a promising prospect to one of the league's premier all-around stars is often presented as another example of Jordan's influence on the growth of his teammates.
Then if you look at Scottie Pippen, Scottie Pippen, when he came into the league, he was averaging 7.9 points, playing with Michael Jordan. By year 5, he was up to 21 points a game. He was 9th in MVP voting, Defensive Player of the Year, 3rd in voting for that. And he was 26 years old. Under Michael Jordan, he developed into this great player that was averaging 21 points a game. Then when you go to 1997-98 Bulls, he was averaging 19.1 points. As soon as Scottie Pippen left the Chicago Bulls and didn't play with Michael Jordan anymore, his highest average after that was 14 points.
Scottie Pippen entered the NBA in 1987 as a talented but inexperienced prospect from Central Arkansas, averaging 7.9 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists as a rookie. Over the next several seasons, he developed into one of the league's elite all-around players. By his 5th season, Pippen was averaging 21 points, 7.7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1.9 steals per game. He earned All-NBA first-team honors and became a serious MVP and Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Supporters of Michael Jordan often point to Pippen's growth as evidence of Jordan's demanding leadership. After leaving Chicago, however, Pippen's scoring declined and never returned to its previous peak. Critics use that trend to argue his best years came alongside Jordan. They make a similar case with Horace Grant, whose strongest seasons also came during Chicago's championship run. John Starks believes these examples show Jordan helped develop talent rather than searching for established stars. He contrasts that approach with LeBron James' career path. Starks argues LeBron frequently teamed up with already proven all-stars in pursuit of championships. Chris Bosh is often mentioned in that discussion. Before joining Miami, Bosh was a franchise player in Toronto, averaging 24 points and nearly 11 rebounds per game. With the Heat, his role changed dramatically as his scoring and rebounding numbers declined. Kevin Love experienced a similar shift after leaving Minnesota for Cleveland. Once a dominant offensive force, Love sacrificed touches and saw his production decrease. Anthony Davis has also faced questions about changing roles and expectations while playing with LeBron. Supporters argue those sacrifices were necessary to build championship teams. Critics respond that winning titles does not automatically prove every teammate became a better individual player. They point to the importance of stars like Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Kyrie Irving, and Anthony Davis in LeBron's championship runs. Kyrie's performance during the 2016 finals is frequently highlighted as a major factor in Cleveland's title. The debate continued when LeBron joined the Lakers in 2018. After missing the playoffs in his first season, the team traded for Anthony Davis the following summer. That move helped produce a championship in 2020. Supporters see it as smart roster building, while critics view it as another example of joining elite talent. Meanwhile, Jordan spent his entire prime with the Bulls, developing alongside many of the same core teammates. John Starks believes that difference separates the two legends. Whether fans agree or disagree, the discussion remains one of basketball's biggest debates. Both players built remarkable careers, but their paths to championships were undeniably different. Ultimately, it's up to every fan to decide which approach deserves greater credit.